Yes, there's a deer skull in the background. Yes, it's in my video. Why? Because I think it's super cool. Why not? Hey guys, it's Julie and I have purple hair! I am so excited. I've been wanting purple hair for so long now and I finally did it. But let me tell you, it was a journey and a half to get here. Seriously, it was a long process. So that's what this video is all about, just how I achieved this hair. So I just want to say now that this video is not a tutorial in any way, shape, or form because I did not know what I was doing, to be honest, and that is why it took 2 days and 3 dye attempts to do this. So yes, if anything, I learned a lot throughout this process, and I learned a lot about the hair dye that I used, which is Splat. I used mostly the lusty lavender color and a bit of the ombre ocean dye kit thing. So I learned a lot about this hair dye and I'm going to review it for you guys, and hopefully you can avoid making the same mistakes that I did when you dye your hair. So I just want to give you a little bit of background as to why I dyed my hair purple and why I used a box dye instead of going to a salon, because I feel like this video is partly a story time just because of all the crazy things that I had to go through to get this. But yeah, so basically I've wanted my hair purple, like I said, for a very long time now, and I actually tried doing it several months ago with the Punky Color brand of hair dye, and I did buy purple or violet, whatever it was, but it turned out pink, and not just like pale pink, like hot fuchsia pink. Not what I wanted. And it actually didn't look too bad. I have a picture here. Looked better in person, but I'm just not a pink person, so I got really tired of it really fast, but luckily it did fade within a couple weeks and was actually really pretty towards the end of the dye when it was almost out, because it was like a rose gold color, so I'll put a picture of that here also. But yeah, I just really wanted purple and I just wasn't achieving that with the dye that I bought, so I asked around a couple hair salons and real professional hairstylists that I could trust, and they were giving me quotes of, wait for it, $400. $400. Like, I don't got that kind of cash just sitting around somewhere. No, it's not gonna do that. Like, I just want to say, like, I totally understand why it's really expensive, because it's a lot of time and a lot of talent that's needed to do this, but I couldn't put my money into just my hair. Like, do you know what you can buy with $400? A lot more than just purple hair. So for that reason, I decided to just go back to the drugstore and try it again for $15, because it's just hair. You can fix it, right? I just thought I would experiment and save myself a couple $100. So I initially wanted to get the Manic Panic stuff because I've heard a lot of good things about it and it seemed to work on people's hair when I looked it up on YouTube and whatnot, but my drugstore didn't carry it. They only had this Splat stuff, which is fine. It was the only thing I could do, so I bought it. So like I said, I had no idea what I was doing going into this because I'm not a professional hairstylist at all. I've dyed my hair like once by myself before, but usually my sister does it, so this is going to be a huge experiment, but I don't know. I think dyeing your hair is pretty fun. Yes, it's fun to go to a salon and get it done for you, but there's just something about like creating something by yourself that just means a whole lot more, I think. And you can just go around people and say, yeah, I did this. So like the title suggests, I did film a little demo for you guys and I will put it in after this, but it's kind of embarrassing looking back because I thought I was going to get some like beautiful pastel all purple hair, but as you can tell that did not happen. It's only on the tips, but I will get into that a bit later. But for now, here is the demo of my first attempt at doing the hair dye. So the first thing you're going to want to need is an old t-shirt. I have my hair dye shirt, as you can tell by all of the spots on here. It's a really nasty t-shirt, but it's perfect for hair dyeing. So this is optional, but I like to put my hair dye into a bowl just because I don't like the applicator that hair dye usually comes with, just because I find it a bit more messy and it's just harder to use, I find. So I'm going to use a bowl. I want my purple to be more on like the blue purple side than the pink purple side, if that makes sense. So just in case it's a little bit pink, I'm just going to add in the blue. So since I'm going for a lighter lavender color, I'm just going to add in some white conditioner because I want to dilute the color a little bit and make it not so vivid. If you do want a brighter color, then definitely just use the straight dye. You don't need to use conditioner, but I want to try it out just because I am scared that it's going to end up being super bright, because I've heard these colors can go really, really vivid, which is good if that's what you want, but it's not what I want. So just a quick note, this Splat hair dye does come with bleach in it, which you want to use if you have dark hair, because I heard it will not show up if it's on straight brown hair, so you do want it blonde. I'm obviously not going to be using it today because my hair is already bleached at the bottom because I'm going for kind of an ombre look, but if you have dark hair, unfortunately you will have to bleach it if you want more of a vivid or pastel color. So for now, I'm just putting a bit of conditioner into this bowl and taking the Lusty Lavender Splat hair dye and just putting a little tiny bit of it in the conditioner. Now I'm just taking the blue Crush Splat hair dye and adding it to my mixture. Now you just want to mix it up. Look how pretty that is. It's like a galaxy or something. So this is the final color that I have achieved. It is a little bit lighter in real life than what you can see on the camera, but yeah, let's just do this. So before you start, you want to put some petroleum jelly on your neck and around your face, just because the stuff does stain and you don't want a purple neck. Maybe you do. I don't, but so just put it all around. So I am wearing gloves because I don't want purple hands. I don't want to be completely Barney in this journey. So yes, let's do this. You want to make sure to completely saturate your hair, because if you can see, if you open it up a little bit, it doesn't go all the way through, so you don't want some splotchy streakiness, so just make sure to get it all. So I am starting at the bottom of my hair and then working my way up just to give it more of an ombre look, because it'll be more saturated at the bottom and then less so as you go up. Okay, so I think that's good enough. I'm probably going to leave it for about half an hour and then do a little strand test, just rinse out a little section and see what it looks like, see if I need to do more or if I can just rinse it out. Yeah, look how pretty my shirt is now though. I think that's such a pretty color. So I will see you in a few seconds, but for me it will be like half an hour. So it's been like 20 minutes, but just looking at my hair, I decided I want to add in a little bit of the turquoise that was in that ombres kit. Just like little strands or ombre. I don't know. I'll make it up as I go. These colors are really pretty. Okay. So that was fun. Now I'll leave it for another like 12 minutes-ish and we'll see. Kind of give up on the whole glove thing. At least it's pretty if it stays forever. DIY galaxy fingers. So it's now been half an hour and I rinsed out at least a little section and it seems to be ready, so I'm just going to hop in the shower and rinse it with cold water, and then I will be back to show you what it looks like. So one super important thing that I have to say about this hair dye is that it bleeds a lot in the shower. Like not even a little bit, like a lot. So if you have a shower that stains really badly, don't do it. Like don't even try, because you will stain all over the walls, all over the floor, all over everything, and your parents might kill you. So just don't even try. Find a friend or someone who has an old bathtub or just something that doesn't stain. I don't even want to imagine what the red hair dye looks like. So yeah, when I was in the shower, I noticed it looked really pink and like really bright pink, and I was like, oh my god, no, not again, it's gonna be fuchsia pink. What is my life? Why can't I get purple? But the more I washed it out and the more that it bled, it got really, really pale. So after my hair dried and I could look at it, it was actually a pale pink. I don't know what happened to the purple, especially since I put in a little bit of the blue dye in. I don't know what happened. I think it's because my hair was kind of orange before, but even then, like, it shouldn't have been pink. I don't know what happened. Someone tell me. So as you can see, it was actually a really pretty pink. It was pale again, like a rose gold kind of color, but it's just not what I wanted. I wanted purple, and that's just all I want in life is purple hair, and why can't the hair gods give that to me? I don't know. Also, what I noticed is that the hair dye only went onto the tips of my hair, even though I had light highlights all throughout, like the top and stuff, but that just tells you that you really need like really, really platinum blonde hair in order to do this, preferably like as white blonde as you can get it so it doesn't mix weird and turn pink like mine did. But basically you have to bleach it as much as you can, which I hate to say because bleaching is awful for your hair, but it's the only way this is going to work. So it might work with darker blonde if you leave it in for longer. Like I only did half an hour, but if you pushed it to an hour or more, it probably will dye, but the only thing is that it will be super bright. So you either get really, really blonde hair and leave it in for half an hour to get a pastel color, or you have a bit darker hair and leave it in for several hours and get really bright hair. So just do whichever one that you want. So what I did notice is that the spots where I had put in the turquoise blue in, it actually turned purple, and like that was a really pretty lavender purple. So my brain, thinking logically, I was like, what if I just cover it with the blue mixed in with the turquoise again on top of this pink? Maybe that'll mix together and make purple somehow. I don't know. This was an experiment, right? So gotta try things. So after my hair was completely dry, my smartass decided to cover my hair in the turquoise and blue color. So now I will show you the second demo on my second hair dye attempt. So I'm not going to section my hair for this, mainly because I just don't want to, because I'm kind of lazy at this point, but this is the color mixture that I have. It has a little bit of conditioner in it, but mostly the straight dye of the dark blue, turquoise, and just a tiny bit of purple. So here we go. So it was a really short demo just because my memory card was full and I couldn't film anymore, but I mean, I basically did the exact same thing. I just didn't section it like I did before because I was getting pretty lazy. So at this point I kind of accepted that my hair wasn't going to be purple. It was just going to be like a beautiful mermaid kind of blue. But no, that's not what happened. I was like a freaking swamp monster kind of color, and that's not cute. As you can see here, it's like really green on top, not like a pretty green, like a vomit kind of brown green. Like it was nasty, and it probably looked worse in person than it does in camera. At this point it was getting pretty late and I was just tired of doing my hair, so I thought, you know what, let's just go to bed, see if it looks better in the morning, which it didn't. It looked worse to me. So I decided, like, you know what? Let's just try the purple again. I'll add in a little bit more blue this time just to make sure that it's not pink. And let's just see what happens. I have no idea what it's going to do with the like blue-green that was already in my hair, but at that point I thought, can't be worse than this. So that's what I did. I put in the purple again, and I'll just show you that quick little demo now. So that's what I did. I just put in the purple again, even more lazy this time. I did it kind of fast. Wasn't the best job, I will admit, but I do think I got every section, and that's all that really matters, is that it wasn't super streaky. But yes, so I got in the shower, rinsed it out, it bled all over again. Thought it was going to be really dark purple, but no, because this stuff bleeds out of your hair like no other. Then I got out of the shower, I let it dry a little bit, and miracle. It was purple. Finally! So there is still like a little bit of green in it. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's just where like the blonde goes into the purple. There's like a slight band of the green, but you can't really tell, and honestly, I don't care at this point. I'm kind of done with dyeing my hair for now because that was just a long process. So it took a lot of patience, and I kind of ran out of that patience by now. So I don't know if you can tell, but there are like gray parts to my hair, which I'm very excited for because I think that means that when it fades, it'll go more into like a silver gray kind of color. So I think it definitely did tone my hair, which is nice because after all that, I wouldn't want orange hair again because not about that orange life. So in conclusion, I think this hair dye is only good if you want like the really bright colors, like bright pink, bright red, bright blue, purple, whatever, because I've seen demos of people doing that and it worked really well. You just leave it in for like an hour or even like 5 hours I've seen, and it's super pretty. So if that's what you want to achieve, then I think that will definitely work. But if you're trying to do some crazy pastel thing like me, it will be a process obviously, and you'll just have to do a bit of trial and error with the timings and how much you mix it in with conditioner and just all of that, because pastel is really hard to achieve, as I've discovered and throughout not even this journey but my other journey with the pink hair or whatever. So I guess that's why you go to a salon and spend $400. So if you want really perfect hair and you want to spend that kind of money, definitely go for it. Do that. You do you, boo. But if you want to have fun, like I did at first, not really the end, then just experiment with colors, because really everyone's hair is different. Everyone reacts differently to colors. They're all just going to be different, so you really just have to experiment, and just remember that it's only hair. You can dye it all brown if you need to, if it just doesn't work out for you, or you can just bleach it back to blonde again. So really, hair is just hair, and just have fun with it. Like, what I want to promote with my channel is that you should just never be afraid to try new things, because honestly, who cares what people think about you? If you want to do something, just do it. Maybe not shoplift or do illegal things, but if it's perfectly harmless, then why not? Like, life is short. So I hope this video taught you just something at all about this hair dye, or what to do or what not to do mainly, because I don't know, this is just a really honest review of the product and just of what it takes to get your hair to be pastel. So I just at least hope you enjoyed it, seeing me completely fail at doing hair. Although I did achieve my end goal, kind of, so there's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video again, and I will see you next time. Bye!